everybody, this is Adrienne with Ascension Soul Coaching. Today is June the 24th, 2021. So today we're going to talk about Brittany Spears and her conservatory issues. So my daughter was a big fan of Brittany Spears years ago. I remember when she first came out. Oops, baby, do it one more time, whatever it was called. I'm a little older than her, so but I thought she was talented, and I didn't think she could sing. So she's gone through a lot of turmoil in her life. You know, going into Hollywood as a child star is hard. And then when you make it, and you make it big, it's a lot of discipline that's necessary. There's a lot of people handling you. There's a lot of routines. There's a lot of travel. There's a lot of trying to make everybody happy, right? And then you have your family, and you have your friends, and you have the workers. You have to make sure they're all getting paid and things are being taken care of. I'm sure she had people in the background doing that. And if you remember, her father at one point was her manager, so as well as her sister. So, but things really derailed. I don't know. They're saying she has, I don't know, psychiatric issues or whatever, and so she was put on this conservatory. She got married one time for 54 days. She's been with numerous men. But when she was younger, I think her family was worried about whether she was going to kill herself, hurt someone else, and they didn't know what was going to happen. So with all the things that was happening with her and people saying she was acting weird and she was off balance, some other things happening, they decided to put her in under conservatory, and you have to go in front of the court and you have to get approved for that. And so her father did that, and I think it was probably a very good thing when it happened to get her under control. What I think now should happen, since she's going on 40, is that they relieve the conservatory and maybe they just put her money and her assets in a trust fund for her children and for herself. because the biggest thing they're worried about, one of the biggest things they're worried about is she marries someone and they take control of her money and take everything. But then there's prenups, right? Maybe add light guardian over her assets and financial situation, but not so much over her, because she is almost 40. She's got 2 children, and we haven't heard anything bad about her 2 children. I'm sure her parents are very hands-on with helping to raise them. I don't know. I haven't heard anything else about their father, who used to be a dancer. I want to do a reading on the conservatory. Are they going to release her out of the conservatory? So let's get to the reading, y'all. Okay, so we're going to start with Symbolon cards, which are more psychology cards about how a person's feeling, their attitude, their personality, all mixed up into one. So for Brittany, we're just going to pull out one card. We're going to pull out 2 cards. We're going to pull out one about how Brittany's feeling and one about her parents, or her father more than. I think her father is the conservatory. So we're going to just pull out 2 cards and just see where they are regarding this conservatory, why they think it should stay, or why they think she thinks it should stay, and why they think it should, why she thinks it should end and why they think it should stay. The father. Okay. Okay, cards have fallen out, and we just need one more card. And then I'm going to pull one more for the judge, because I think she's in front of the judge, right? So let's see what the results are going to be, just based on what the impressions are so far. The judge is going to be right here. All right, so this is the father. And now we're going to do the judge. So we need one more card for the judge. I don't know the judge's name, but tap into him. Okay, so we got a card for the judge. All right, so we're going to read these cards. First, let me show you what they are. This is representing Brittany. This card is called the Quarrel, the Disagreement. This card is for the Father, or the Guardians. Marionette, the Puppet. And this one is for the Judge. It's called the Mora. Okay, so we're going to read the cards. We're going to read the book because these are more different. You can read these like tarot or oracles, but this is an actual guidebook for these cards. So I always defer to them. So this is card 37. I'll let you see what it says. I've been using it so much, my book's falling apart. Okay, so 37. So this is how Brittany's feeling, why she feels that she should let it go. So 37 is the quarrel. Disagreement, the quarrel. The two, okay, here two truly great forces fight each other, as shown by the card. One side harbors a massive anger inside. The other side simply wants to sustain harmony. And all this unites inside you simultaneously, and both need to be attended to and to be seen. War and peace. The card only says war and love. How can that work? Okay. So for Brittany's in a fight with herself and her father. They're probably a lot alike too. Like, she loves her father, but she wants to be free. See this line of division? So we don't agree on this right here. I want my way, you want your way. I don't want to be controlled anymore. The sword is the fight. The sword is, you know, she wants him to lay down his sword so that she can have her life back. Like, you're controlling too much. And she's very upset. Look, she's got her arms folded up, pouting. And he's angry, red. Look at his face. He's got red. His face is red. He's just mad. So I think she's thrown down maybe her sword, but he still has his dagger right there in his pocket. So she wants harmony within her family, but she wants to have her own life. She wants to not fight anymore. She just wants to have her life back. And the way that she wants to go about it is definitely, she sees, not the way her father wants to do it. So there's also going to be this inner fight with herself. Like, they know maybe she's bipolar. I don't know what her diagnosis was, but there's this inner thing where maybe, in some level, maybe she appreciates that her father did take over for one point in time, but right now she's like, I'm older now. I want my life back, and we need to move forward. I need to move forward. I can't have my life living under your rule at my age of 40. I want to be my own woman. And then her father, so we're going to read this one for the father. The marionette should be pretty self-explanatory. It's card number, I think it's 46. I'm just going to read it and let you see the card. It says, where is it? The confusing thing about this card is not that it shows you hanging on strings as if you were controlled by someone else, but that the person who holds the strings is also you. And you are so obsessed by a material idea, by beauty, wealth, fame, and brief, by any kind of success which makes you appear brilliant and shiny, that you would do anything to turn yourself into this idea. Unfortunately, when you do this, you lose your way. You dance to another drum. The card says, find your own music, your own drum, dance your own dance. So technically, he is holding Brittany, the father, in the conservatory, is holding her and treating her like a puppet, treating her, putting her on strings. He commands, he chose her, he tells her what to do and when to do it. But the same strings that control her, he's also being controlled as well. Because this conservatory puts him in a situation where now he's fighting this legal battle with her. His reputation is being put out there. His main goal was to protect his daughter, was to protect her money, her legacy, her assets, her sons, herself, her from herself. But it's gone on so long now that is the focus still just on her, or is it on the legacy mostly? And he's done it so long that he doesn't know how to do anything else but keep control over her. I mean, 13 years is a very long time to control her. If there's something else going on, let us know. But he could let her go and just be like a guardian or guardian light just over certain things in her life, but not over her personal life. Because this little girl, this woman is grown. She's not a puppet. She shouldn't be anybody's puppet. She's shown that she can make money. She's shown she can create, build an empire with the right people around her. Yes, she may have some psychological issues. However, she must have, by this point, proven in the past few years, you haven't heard anything bad about her or her children. It's time to let go of the strings and create. And so he's so in debt into her life, he's not really taking care of his own life the right way, the way he's supposed to be doing. He's so much trying to control her that he's being controlled. And it's controlling the family, and it's controlling a lot of relationships. And so he needs to go inside and figure out what can he do. Maybe he needs to get another star or something like that, and he managed them or something. I know he tried to manage his other daughter, but maybe he needs to go find some other people to manage. But he needs to let her go and stop propping her out there and as he wants to be the savior of his daughter. That's why he's controlling her so much. But he wants to be the savior of her legacy. And so you got to put your daughter first before the legacy. She's grown, she's 40, and just put the right things in place to protect her, not control her life. She's not a puppet, and you're not a puppet master. Okay, and then here's I'm gonna say the king, but here's the judge. Right now, how is he feeling? I don't know if it's a male or female who's heard the case. I didn't really watch the news. I just heard the blurbs about it. So let's see what it says. That's card number 77. So it says, the Mora in ancient Greece were the primal mothers of all gods of fate. If facing them, there were only two ways to act. The first was to feel helplessness and curse their deeds, and then to run away as fast as possible. And the second, to admit that fate exists and that the judgments make sense, even if we don't always understand them. This card says that fate is a fact. It is fate is a fact. It is enormous. 1,000 times bigger than you. You cannot influence it. There are only one reaction to fate that could help you: agreement and respect. So, and I'm reading that so you can see that that's really what it says. Agreement and respect. And it talks about judgment. And things don't always gotta make sense. We don't always have to understand it. So my thing with the judge is he's thinking, or she, whoever it is, they've come in front of this wise person he's come to render a decision. And I think he understands the original reason why this girl Brittany was put into a conservatory. But I think he's also understanding that even though the father doesn't want to let go, he's trying to control so much. I mean, I'm not going to say he's doing it for selfish, well, he is selfish in a lot of ways, but for bad purposes in his own mind. He thinks this is the best way to go, but he also wants to be the savior of his daughter. And sometimes you can't save everybody, right? You can only do what you can do. I think the judge is going to try to get them to work out a better agreement. Maybe and I heard she doesn't even want to get another psych evaluation. She's like, I'm tired of psych evaluations, right? I'm trying to see who I am, what I am, what's going on in my mind. You know who I am by now. I think he's going to try to come up with a better solution, or have the family or mediator or somebody come up, or psychologist, whoever, doctors, come up with a better solution now that she's going on 40. Maybe he'll say, well, wait till she's 40. Like, there's going to be an end date. Unless she gets worse, there will be a date. And we're going to agree on this date. You know, you can't protect her from killing herself. You can't protect her from this and that and the other. You know, you have to let her make her own mistakes in life. Because any of us could have normally, have normal psychology, and we can go out there, it's like, because we're normal people, we're human beings, and make mistakes and get married to somebody who takes our money and takes us, you know, whatever, get a divorce. Anybody can go through that. He can't keep protecting her from life. So I think the judge is going to come up with a decision that kind of gives the father some type of control, maybe over the, like I said before, maybe over the financial situation, or add another person, or change the people, person who's a conservatory. And then, but at the same token, she's going to get a lot more freedom than she had before. Like, you're not going to tell this girl she can't get married. You're not going to tell her she can't have any more children. You can't tell her how to run her household. You can suggest as a father, but you're not going to have that much control over her that she can't even think for herself. And some things she should be able to do that. So there's going to be some lightening of the control, and there's going to be some other things put in place to best. It's like maybe the father isn't the best conservator, or maybe executor, or whatever, or ad litem guardian. They may have a third party or two people, but they're going to reorganize this. She's going to get some freedom probably by the time she's 40. There's going to be, like I'm saying, there's going to be a date. There's going to be like, maybe on her birthday, she will be this, or maybe it'd be done in steps. Like, okay, by your 40th birthday, we're going to release this. By this date, we're going to release that. But there'll be a plan put in place. They're not going to continually hold her hostage the way she feels. And I think anybody this age, she's so successful. She had some problems. She's not the same person she was 13 years ago. She may still have medical issues, or you know, emotional issues, or psychological issues, but she's still so matured. Let her have her freedom, and I think she's going to get it. So that's that. Those cards for about what everybody's thinking, where they're thinking, and then I'm going to read. I'm going to use the Oracle of the Mystical Moments. So if they release her when she's 40, how would that look like? What would that look like? And I'm going to just throw out 3 cards, past, present, future, of this situation with the conservatory. So I'm going to throw out 3 cards about past, present, and future about this conservatory. And I'm talking about within the next year. Let's give it a year time frame. So we're going to start, okay? 1 card, that's the past, the foundation of everything that's happening. So we're just trying to figure out. Here you go. And the last card is the outcome within the year. How is with the result of this case, how is she going to feel about the outcome in the year? Where's she going to be? This is for Brittany's future next year. There we go. We have got 3 cards. Okay, this card is transformation number 26. It was reversed. So these cards are a little different than your normal tarot cards. They're more like oracle, but yeah, they're oracles. And then second card was elixir of life. This is what the present she is. And then we have the outcome is the bloom. Okay. Let's read it, people. All right, so this transformational card is reversed. So she feels, this is in the past, she feels like she was not able to grow and transform into the woman she wants to become. So there's the, well, some people would say this, the like MK Ultra. And she's ready to let that moth go, let that butterfly go. She wants to transform into the woman. She was not able, she's been stunted and able, the ability to really truly grow into her own self. So that's why this card is reversed. She wants to be able to go out, and she wants to be able to smell the flowers. She wants to be free out to go out and do what she wants to do when she wants to do it. She just wants to be, she needs the energy. She needs to be able to go and do and grow and experience life the way life is meant to be. And she's missing it. And so right now she's feeling that this is where I need to go. I need to go out. I need to experience life in a different way than I've been experiencing it. I need to just be free. And then this last card is the balloon, which means by the end of the year, there will be some changes in this conservatory, and she's going to be able to now become more confident, experience life, go out and do things she want to do. She really does want to go out and experience life and be her own self. Look at her hair up in the air. If I want to wear my hair up like this, I can, and nobody can call me crazy. If I want to wear flowers in my ear, I can. Nobody should be able to call me crazy, because I'm just want to explore who I am and what the things I like without somebody telling me what I can and can't do. It's like when you have a daughter who's 5 or 6 years old, and she starts seeing what she likes to wear and how she wants to wear it. Now, it's just, she's just exploring and trying things on. And then we as parents, you can't wear that, you can't do that. And so if all her life she was told, you can't do that, you can't do that, you can't do that, you can't wear, whatever. It's like so controlled. And so now she just want to be free to express herself. So by the end of it, within the year, and I say 12 months, she's going to be able, the conservatory is going to change, and she's going to be able to take on more responsibilities for herself. She's going to be able to explore herself without someone watching over her shoulder all the time and telling her, what she can wear, what she can put in her house, what she can't put in her house, who she can see, who she can't see. And she's going to start blooming into the woman that she wants to become. Okay, so that's that. That's a good thing with her. I'm happy about that. It just makes sense. Just makes sense. Okay, and then one other card. This is regarding her family situation. This is called the interactive cards. Psychology based on social counseling. Within the year, by the time the rules change with the conservatory and she's starting to grow and blossom, how is this going to impact her relationship with the father? And I'm only going to throw out one card for this. Okay, just one card, please. I go all concerned. All right, card fell out. This is the card. Oh, do I have to say anything? All this time, she's been on display, and she didn't like it. In the beginning, I think maybe she liked it. She wanted the attention. She was making money. She was very popular, but it was such a strain to her. And they just put her out there to sell money, to make money. I mean, yeah, you wanted your child to do what they were meant to do in life. Like Michael Jackson, he was meant to sing and dance. He just was. He was an freaking-tainer. And she's an entertainer. And everybody was always around her, always cheering her on. But this is the little girl who she grew up to be. Still that little girl. People all around her wanted her to perform. And she became very unhappy. Because it was no longer about her. It was about what she could do for people, how she could make money. The limelight, the stardom, business deals that came out of it. So she's still unhappy in this, because she's still going to have to perform. Her family's still going to be around her, friends and family. Figure out who she is in life. She wants to go from this to this, confident. Her hands down here, shyness, sadness. Her hands in this picture, confidence. This is who they want the world. This is who she wants the world to see. I'm confident. I can make decisions. I can be me. I can be free. And if I perform because I want to perform. Not because I'm made to. Not because I'm trying to take care of a whole family at my young age. These will be my decisions. So y'all, with Brittany Spears, it's just a long road. it's going to take to get her to where she wants to be, because she does have some documented mental issues. So it has to be managed. But I think over time, the judge is going to be able to put some things in place to help release some of that burden, that stress, that strain, that feeling of being caged and not being able to grow into the woman she wants to grow into. And I think anybody, you may not like every decision. The father may not like the decision. And she may not like the fact that it's going to take a little bit longer than she thought. But it will happen. She will get her freedom. But she'll have some limitations around it. So anyway, thank you for tuning in today. If you have any questions, you can put them down below. And please tell me what you think about the cards. What do you think is going to happen with Brittany? And you know how to get in touch with me at ascensionsoulcoaching@gmail.com. So if you want a reading with me, you know how to get in touch with me. You all have a blessed day. Bye.